In the small town of Ravenbrook, nestled deep within the eerie forests of Pinehurst County, whispers of an ancient curse plagued the inhabitants. Tales of shadowy figures lurking in the darkness spread like wildfire, instilling a perpetual sense of dread in the hearts of those unfortunate enough to call Ravenbrook home. Amongst the locals, the most haunted tale revolved around a dilapidated mansion that stood as a grim testament to a bygone era. The mansion was said to be cursed, its halls haunted by the restless souls of shadowpeople, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead. One moonlit night, a group of thrill-seekers, drawn to the whispers of Ravenbrook's horrors, gathered at the mansion's imposing iron gates. They were a diverse group: Emily, the fearless adventurer; Daniel, the skeptical skeptic; Sarah, the curious believer; and Michael, the anxious skeptic-turned-believer. Together, they ventured into the darkness, determined to uncover the truth behind the shadow people's existence. As they stepped through the decaying threshold, a suffocating aura enveloped them. The air grew icy cold, and a haunting silence settled over the group. They cautiously moved deeper into the mansion, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. Suddenly, Emily gasped, her eyes fixed on a swirling mass of darkness in the corner of the room. The shadows began to take shape, forming humanoid figures with gleaming, malevolent eyes. The shadow people emerged, their elongated limbs contorting unnaturally as they advanced. Terror gripped the group as they realized the true nature of their encounter. The shadow people were no mere legends but entities hungering for the souls of the living. They darted through the darkness, their forms flickering and shifting, closing in on their prey. Desperation seized Emily, and she mustered every ounce of courage to rally her friends. They sought refuge in a hidden study, attempting to devise a plan to escape the relentless pursuit of the shadow people. Sarah stumbled upon a dusty journal, its pages filled with an account of a cursed artifact, a relic believed to hold the key to the shadow people's power. With trembling hands, Sarah read aloud an incantation, hoping to break the curse and banish the shadow people from the mansion. As the final words left her lips, a blinding light erupted from the artifact, engulfing the room. For a brief moment, the shadows retreated, their ethereal forms recoiling in pain. But their hunger proved stronger than the group's resolve, and they soon resumed their relentless hunt. With their options dwindling, the group pressed forward, determined to find a way to stop the shadow people once and for all. Through hidden passages and long-forgotten chambers, they navigated the mansion's labyrinthine depths. Finally, they stumbled upon a hidden altar adorned with the same cursed artifact Sarah had chanced upon. As they shattered the relic, a deafening roar echoed through the mansion, shaking its very foundations. The shadow people convulsed and disintegrated, their wicked existence obliterated in a surge of otherworldly energy. As the darkness receded, the mansion's heavy atmosphere lifted, replaced by an eerie calm. Emily, Daniel, Sarah, and Michael emerged from the labyrinth, forever marked by their harrowing encounter with the shadow people. Ravenbrook, however, would forever bear the scars of its haunted past. The townspeople, now aware of the malevolent presence that had plagued their home for generations, erected a memorial in honor of those who dared face the shadows. And so, the legend of the shadow people lived on, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks just beyond the light's reach. Deep in the heart of the sprawling metropolis, there existed a forgotten underground network of tunnels, long abandoned and concealed from the prying eyes of the city dwellers above. This subterranean labyrinth became the breeding ground for an unspeakable horror, the shadow people. Legend spoke of these sinister entities, born from the darkest recesses of human nightmares. They were twisted, ethereal beings that fed on the fears and anxieties of those unfortunate enough to cross their path. It was said that if you ever found yourself trapped in their realm, the shadow people would toy with your mind, tormenting you until your sanity crumbled. One fateful night, Rachel, a brilliant yet tormented artist, discovered a hidden entrance to the underground tunnels while wandering the desolate backstreets. Drawn to the allure of the unknown, she descended into the abyss, her heart pounding with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. As Rachel ventured deeper, the walls of the tunnels seemed to close in around her, and an oppressive darkness gripped her senses. She felt watched, as if countless pairs of eyes peered at her from every shadowy crevice. But the artist within her yearned for inspiration, for the glimpse of something otherworldly that would fuel her artistry. In the depths of the labyrinth, Rachel stumbled upon an abandoned gallery, its walls adorned with eerie, half-finished paintings. Each canvas depicted the same haunting figure, a shadow person with elongated limbs and piercing, glowing eyes. It was as if the previous artist had delved too deep into their realm, becoming trapped in a cycle of torment and despair. Driven by a mixture of morbid fascination and mounting dread, Rachel picked up a paintbrush and began to add her own strokes to the canvas. As she did, a chill wind blew through the gallery, and the paintings began to come alive. The shadow figures writhed and twisted, escaping their two-dimensional confines and seeping into the physical realm. Fear gripped Rachel's heart as the shadow people surrounded her, their malevolent presence suffocating. They whispered wicked secrets into her ears, their voices echoing with the weight of lost souls. The artist's mind shattered under the onslaught of their torment, and her once vibrant creativity turned into a maddening obsession. Days turned into nights as Rachel continued to paint, unable to escape the clutches of the shadow people. The city above grew restless, unaware of the horrors unfolding beneath its streets. Rachel's friends, growing concerned by her sudden disappearance, ventured into the tunnels in search of her, unknowingly stepping into a nightmare of their own. Together they fought against the shadow people, armed with makeshift weapons and a desperate will to survive. They tore through the labyrinth, navigating treacherous traps and illusory corridors, all while the shadow people whispered dark secrets, seeking to break their spirits. But deep within the darkest chamber of the underground network, Rachel's artistry reached its crescendo. In a final feverish stroke, she unleashed a wave of raw creative energy, a blinding burst of light that tore through the shadows and banished the shadow people back to their realm. Gasping for breath, Rachel and her friends emerged from the tunnels, their bodies battered and souls scarred. The city above continued to thrive, blissfully unaware of the terror that had lurked beneath its feet. Rachel vowed never to paint again, haunted by the knowledge that her passion had opened the door to a world of nightmares. From that day forward, the tunnels were sealed, their secrets buried deep within the bowels of the city. But whispers of the shadow people lingered, a chilling reminder that in the realm of shadows, darkness waits patiently, yearning for its chance to consume the light. In the remote countryside, nestled among ancient oak trees and surrounded by an air of foreboding, stood an old Victorian mansion. The townsfolk whispered tales of its haunted past, a place where shadow people reigned supreme. Intrigued by the legends, a group of paranormal enthusiasts decided to embark on a daring investigation, determined to unravel the mysteries that lay within. Led by Ethan, a seasoned investigator of the supernatural, the team consisted of Maya, a gifted psychic, Jackson, a tech-savvy researcher, and Olivia, a fearless journalist. Armed with cameras, EVP recorders, and their unwavering curiosity, they entered the mansion at the stroke of midnight, when the veil between worlds grew thin. As they explored the mansion's dimly lit corridors, a palpable sense of unease settled upon them. Shadows danced and swirled, distorting reality with their ethereal presence. Maya's heightened senses detected a malevolence that chilled her to the bone, warning her of the imminent danger lurking in the darkness. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the mansion, piercing the team's eardrums. They hurried toward the source, finding themselves in a dimly lit parlor. There, they discovered a terrified child named Emily, lost and alone, her wide eyes reflecting pure terror. Emily explained that she had unknowingly wandered into the mansion, drawn by a sinister force that had plagued her dreams. The shadow people, she revealed, were not mere specters but trapped souls, consumed by their own darkness and desperately seeking redemption. Driven by compassion, the team vowed to free Emily from the clutches of the shadow people and put an end to their torment. Guided by Maya's psychic abilities, they delved deeper into the mansion's secrets, uncovering a hidden room concealed behind a bookshelf. Within the room, they found an ancient journal, its pages filled with incantations and rituals. The team realized that the only way to banish the shadow people was to perform a daring ritual that would bring the trapped souls face to face with their own darkness. Gathering in the mansion's grand hall, the team prepared for the ritual, their hearts pounding with a mixture of trepidation and resolve. Candles flickered, casting eerie shadows upon the walls as they chanted the ancient incantation, their voices a desperate plea for redemption. In an instant, the mansion was engulfed in darkness, an ominous silence filling the air. The shadows congealed, forming grotesque figures that surged toward the team, their spectral hands reaching out with malicious intent. But the team stood firm, their collective will pushing back against the darkness. Each member confronted their deepest fears, their most haunting memories, as the Shadow People's true nature was revealed, a reflection of the team's own inner demons. Through sheer determination and the power of unity, they overcame their fears, shattering the hold of the Shadow People. A blinding light burst forth, banishing the darkness and freeing the trapped souls from their eternal torment. As the light subsided, the mansion stood still and empty, devoid of the Shadow People's presence. Emily, now safe, embraced her rescuers, her eyes filled with gratitude. Word of their heroic deeds spread throughout the town, and the team became renowned for their courage in facing the shadows head-on. The mansion, cleansed of its malevolence, stood as a testament to their victory over darkness. From that day forward, the team continued their investigations, using their experiences to shed light on the hidden horrors that lurked in the shadows. Their journey taught them that sometimes, the greatest battles are fought within ourselves, and true strength lies in confronting our own darkness to find the light. Thanks for watching today's video. Please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It really helps us out. And until next time, stay safe and never wander too far from the light.